Thank you, delegate.
Is the delegate open to any POIs?
Any and all.
Due to time constraints, we'll be only allowing two.
Two, yeah.
What? If there any.
Are there any POIs?
From the
If there are no, how does it that?
Oh wow,
I read.
Cool.
Why does the delegate make the full screen to answer? The delegate has some red.
Clarification, the delegate would like to apologize. What he meant by not exactly reading it was that first of all, he is obviously not the main submitter of the speech. He is not anyhow correlated to the speech and to this resolution. Therefore, he is not to the best of knowledge of this resolution. He has read and listened to the Dear Delegate of Italy speech, and he has also a clear idea of what the goals of Italy and its co-submitters are. And the reason why I am making a fourth speech, although I do have another resolution coming up, is simply because I do like appreciate the goodwill of Mr. Italy, right? I think that this is a resolution still worth debating for. Thank you.
Photo up.
Not granted. Sorry.
Three.
Sorry. Hey, delegate of.
Cado.
Oh sure. Delegate of UK. Wow.
Motion to extend.
Yeah. Okay. Accepted.
Accepted.
POI or
You stand up and ask me.
Like Ryan didn't say your point.
Can I add? Can this delegate add one more for speech?
Oh,
Fourth speech.
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah.
his speech hasn't ended yet.
Right now, if you want to, you can ask a question about my speech. If not, then after my speech, you can ask the chairs again to add another speech. It's all good.
Hey.
Are there any more POIs on the floor?
No.
If no,
Yeah, there is.
Oh,
Motion
wow.
to extend POI.
delegate of Yemen.
Can then please clarify about the penalization of the countries who are in this clause because the delegate does not seem to find any.
Time free.
Does that signify the delegate has a
Laughing is not in order.
For example, like another clarification, as I previously restated in my speech, I did also mention how this isn't a good resolution, and this isn't exactly a concrete one. But going to LTU, I think that, for example, with the things such as crusade, etc., I think that they're going to do a lot of things in order to like sort of prevent a lot of these countries or a lot of these groups from sort of like deploying like child soldiers and etc. I think that due to the penalization, I think that pardon this delegate stands corrected. I think that perhaps the Mr. Italy could send a friendly amendment, etc., to sort of like more elaborate on to see if what happens if any sort of group or country violates.
Any follow-ups? No. Or such, how does the delegate wish to do?
Back to the chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, delegate.
Floor is open to 4 speeches.
Wait,
one more 4 speeches.
Before that, the floor is also open for resolutions.
there's a motion.
Motion to what?
Motion to jump into amendments after the speech of Iran.
Yeah, like we're open
Iran?
now. So
Iran?
Iran.
Okay, sure.
Iran
But
has against.
UK has like a 4 speech.
wait, does Iran have amendments?
Iran wishes to have an against. Delegate Iran wishes to have an against.
In detail, 4 speech.
Point parliamentary inquiry. This delegate released as a delegate of UK also has another.
Exactly.
Yeah, so UK
Clarification,
first,
can
UK has been recognized.
the
The
delegate
delegate believes that there is only 1 hour left.
It's fine. It's fine, lah.
Just overrun a bit.
Just don't waste time with your POIs, okay?
So UK, the floor is yours. The podium is yours.
Time free.
立马记住这个，bro，我要忙記住啦。
Jeff, don't want to jaw this.
As in which way? This way.
Okay, sure.
Like this.
再右啲，再右啲。So like what? You want to clarify both?
No, in a sense. No, because Bill.
Well, like yeah, it's like
After this.
Oh, so like Okay, like UK, the floor is yours.
You may proceed.
You have 1 minute.
You may start whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
As this delegate is the co-submitter of this resolution, the delegate of the UK strongly supports this resolution, whose main submitter is Italy. This delegate believes that the Crusade initiative will yield productive results, as it utilizes any method to prevent or extract the child soldiers. This delegate also thinks that this resolution will let the public better understand and recognize the situation that child soldiers are in. Also, the resolution gives methods of free integration for current child soldiers, including various free education camps and rehabilitation centers. Based on the above reasons, the delegate of the UK resolutely supports this resolution and encourages all delegates here to vote for it. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate. Is the delegate open to any POIs?
Any of them?
Are there any such POIs on the floor? Delegate of DRC, I think that's
Thank you, Delegate of UK, for your speech. He would like to question about this resolution's feasibility, about how exactly, in clause 5 it says about all the great benefits of helping these child soldiers. But he would like to ask of how exactly you will get to these child soldiers in the first place. Can you please elaborate?
We will, there will be willing representatives from the Crusade Initiative who will visit these child soldiers and try to find some solution to their problem. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate. How does the
Motion
issue?
to extend POI by 1.
Denied due to time constraints.
Wait, you want?
Huh? Find it against speech change.
Oh, sure, yeah.
How does the delegate wish to use? How does the delegate wish to use?
Up to the chair.
So, any against speeches on the floor?
Against speeches.
Delegate of Iran, you can recognize.
The delegate of Iran will proceed to the floor.
Yes.
Yeah, you can recognize, bruh.
I thought it's wrong. I'm just gonna, hang on. I want to do something.
Wait. Delegate, you have 1 minute, you may begin.
Now, although the delegate of Iran recognizes several efforts by the delegates of multiple countries in order to help the rehabilitation of the child soldiers, this delegate of Iran strongly believes this resolution is far too extreme and far too extreme for any practical usage. Please turn your eyes upon Clause 2, Subclause B. No, Subclause A. It says the banning of child soldiers worldwide and severe persecution of any organization or armed forces for any use or attempt use of child soldiers regardless of reasons. Now this is a problem. In World War II, even the Polish Guard, in World War II, Polish youth created multiple resistance organizations. Without them, Poland would have fallen a lot sooner. And what is the irony of this? Is that in World War II, the United Kingdom also had a home guard, which allowed conscription, which allowed the volunteering of 16-year-olds.
Closing remarks.
In the end, this resolution is far too extreme. Nobody can, even children, despite circumstances, children are not allowed to fight for their own countries, for their own beliefs. And the irony is that the United Kingdom also does this. Thank you. Bye.
Okay,
Delegate, are you open to any POIs?
Wait, delegate of UK, you want to write a reply to,
Delegate of the
Jeff,
UK.
do you feel like you want to respond to what I said? Okay?
say yes.
Do you feel like you really
Please
want
say
to
yes.
punch him in the face?
Punch him in the face.
Punch me in the balls too.
But not for you.
And also my thick thighs, although.
Roger.
Are there any POIs on the floor? Fish has a POI.
Yeah.
Delegate of the fish has been recognized.
And the UK.
UK, you please close the door.
Only 2 POIs will be allowed due to time constraints. Delegate of
Can somebody please close the door?
delegate of the chair and delegate of the
Thank
UK
you.
have been
Thank
recognized.
you.
In that
Thank you.
order.
Chair.
Wait, Jeff. PO wants the right to reply.
Oh, okay. Hey, better reply. Cool. 30 seconds.
Once
Please
you
rise
reply,
and state
30
your point.
seconds. You may begin now. Stand up from your seat, please.
Could you please prove where the UK has,
Wikipedia.
You do not use Wikipedia.
I am sorry. Regarding to your question, I'm just going to quickly answer that. The 32nd Staffordshire Aldrich Battalion, 1940 to 1944. Timeline, 1938 to 1945, to the key dates of the Home Guard. Now it is it was updated in 25 September 2015 at the Wayback Machine. Stafford Home Guard.
Delegate, please come to your closing remarks.
Not in order. It's true.
Not in order, it's true.
It's true. They actually did have a Home Guard.
It's true.
They were afraid that the Nazis wouldn't read it written. That's why they actually had it.
For the parliamentary inquiry.
Yeah.
The delegate of the Democratic Republic of the Congo believes that this delegate is misusing his right to electronic devices.
Which delegate?
Denied.
Oh, holy electricity from the holy Allah.
First POI from delegate of the fish.
A delegate of the chair. Fight.
Does the delegate of Iran recognize that there are many other alternatives to using child soldiers as like actual soldiers, and that the usage of child soldiers as actual soldiers is morally abhorrent?
Could the delegate of Israel please state of Feischland of Atlantis? Please restate your POI. I couldn't hear you the first time.
And the more order, delegate, please restate your POI in more order.
Does the delegate of Iran not recognize that there are many other alternatives to using child soldiers as soldiers, like, for example, using actual adults as soldiers, and that using child soldiers as soldiers is morally abhorrent simply because they're physically not suited to do so?
Now, please understand, Israel, fish or Israel or fish in Atlantis. That sometimes adults simply aren't there when they need to. When they're fighting against foreign foes and they are being invaded, somebody else had to take up the reins, to have to take up the responsibility of defending their home, of defending their ideals, of defending their country. For example, in the listed examples, United Kingdoms, the children were able to stand up for their own country because they believed that was necessary, because they believed that fascist youth groups, like the Hitler Youth, or even the Luftwaffe, would come invading, knocking down everything that they have ever known. To fight for their own defense is not morally abhorrent. It should be allowed and it should be legalized. Thank you.
Any follow-ups?
In that case, would the delegate support forcing child children to become child soldiers?
The delegate of Iran would like to respond to your question. And no, we do not, the delegate does not.
Personal pronoun.
Delegate does not, the delegate does not appreciate the forceful abdication or any forceful means in order to make children join military groups. However, if they do so choose by their own will, or if their parents gave them consent to, it should be allowed. After all, this is something that all of us should have the right to. Defend yourself, defend your country, defend your ideals.
Thank you.
A motion for 1v1 debate.
Lose it! Mask off! No, we don't have time.
There's no time.
No time.
Second POI.
Atlantis has no sense.
No.
Yeah, this is only one.
Okay.
You have to follow.
Who's the other POI?
Any POIs? Okay. How does the delegate wish to yield?
Back to the chair.
Sure. Now we'll entertain the amendment. How does the amendment read?
Fish.
Come on, dude. You gotta debate on.
Fish uses
Chair,
Yeah.
a motion to initiate a one-on-one debate with the delegate of Iraq after the amendment.
Iraq?
Iran.
Does the delegate of Iran agree?
Before the delegate moved on, can the delegate please receive the name of the first president of Iran? Just quickly, just type
Oh,
it.
thank you.
Oh, that's denied.
Yes, sure.
That's Rouhani, by the way.
Rohani?
Rouhani.
Rohani, thank you. Yes. The delegate agrees to
Hey.
turn of your challenge.
Yes.
Hey, cool.
May Rohani go ahead.
Hi, this delegate believes that the screen is
Yeah.
Yes, it
Which amendment are you trying to like? So which amendment?
The first one is submitted. Where's the first one? Go. Holy shit, we lost it.
The amendment reads, sets up HQ at Juba.
No?
Juba?
Capital is South Sudan. Oh, Juba. Juba.
Motion to proceed in voting. Denied. No, you need the guy's thoughts.
Wait, George. George, is this it?
Wait, no, should be more. Wait, what? Is there more? Let's hear it.
Settle with Juba. That's it.
Aman, Somaya.
Just. Oh, wait, George. Are you adding Juba to?
Yeah, he is.
Replacing all of these.
Hey! Wait. You can't start yet.
Aman.
The fucking mouse is not working.
Oh my god. Your chair stop swearing. Aman.
For personal privilege.
Oh, yeah.
Is HM please lend your back?
Oh my god.
Just no.
Actually, I have a power.
For T1, good enough.
Aman,
Sanania, Damascus, Kinshasa. Cool.
Delegate, you have 60 seconds.
Hey, yeah, but I mean, delegate may start. Yeah, wrestle, dude, switch. Do you know you can wrestle?
Wait. You can't start yet. You can't start yet.
There's one capital.
I'm too lazy to type it
I ate two.
Who ate like 30?
Please, House come to order. Delegate, you have 1 minute.
humanitarian aid.
May other delegates please stay put.
Is it just me or is it slightly tilted?
Delegates at the back, please refrain from gaming. Delegate, you have 1 minute. You may start now.
In clause 1C, we see that they want to set up headquarters at Copenhagen, Vatican City, Rome, Versailles, and London because they are geographically close to each other and are somehow effective at combating the problem of child soldiers. Now, obviously, they are not close to any countries affected by child soldiers as they are all in Europe. So, the delegate of South Sudan would like to propose to change all of these capital cities to the capital cities of the countries in the delegates block, namely Juba, Amman, Sana'a, Damascus, and Kinshasa, which not only are parts of countries that are suffering from the child soldier problem, but are also basically that.
Hey, wait, dude, stay here. So, any POIs?
The delegate,
Any and all.
the delegate open to any POIs. These countries will only allow.
Okay, sure. A delegate of, Joseph, Germany.
Germany.
Yeah, we have Germany and, one.
Only one.
Why do you think that amending the position of these headquarters to be in South Sudan would be beneficial since South Sudan is currently a war zone?
Well, if you want to solve this problem effectively, you don't want to put your main headquarters somewhere that's far from the conflict. You want to put it somewhere where you you can easily combat the problem, you can easily respond to whatever situations arise. So we think that putting the headquarters in South Sudan is very effective.
Denied.
Sorry.
Due to time constraints.
Wait,
Is the delegate of Germany requesting a follow-up?
Sure.
Follow-up granted.
Do you think that it is safe for other countries' representatives to go there to actually discuss to solve these problems in the middle?
We don't see the logic behind sending representatives to these headquarters if they don't believe it's safe. However, if they're willing to, it is up to their discretion, and we do not want to infringe upon their right to choose. Point of parliamentary inquiry.
Yes.
When I respond to a POI, can I say whatever I want?
Sure, but if you BS, we'll take off.
Wow.
How does that?
Can we consider the polling procedure?
Okay, motion to yield the floor to DRC.
I don't think that's something.
DRC, you only have like 5 seconds left.
Huh? Of what?
Of speaking time.
This conference?
No,
Speaking time,
your
bro.
speaking time. You used up 55 seconds.
For this.
You can only speak for 5 seconds if you.
I just want to say vote for the rest of it. Like, vote for the amendment.
Second, you have 5 seconds.
Hold on.
5 seconds.
Okay.
Why is it another amendment?
What? Email?
3, 2, 1, start.
Western people bad. Africans. Woo!
The delegate of DRC has used a total of 3 seconds.
Yeah.
.18. Congratulations.
Congratulations on an effective speech.
You're with us, you sell POI.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, someone write your reply.
Any rights to reply?
Bro, how did I offend anyone?
Only one PO is allowed. Delegate of Afghanistan.
What would happen to Asian people? What about Middle Eastern?
Irrelevant.
Get back to the podium. Come on.
Rockets are high!
Can I clear my stance?
Oh, sure.
And then
I'll give like
You have
30 seconds.
30 seconds to clear a stance. One thought.
One sentence for all.
What I meant by Asian countries, according to this delegate's personal knowledge, is perhaps Far Eastern countries such as China, who is on this list. But I think that if you're talking about Asians as a whole, of course I'm willing to accept like Middle Eastern countries. I have Middle Easterns in my own block. But if we're gonna get
Please refrain from using personal pronouns.
this that I think Asian people under Afghanistan constitutes the countries like say Japan and China. But I think that the majority of this council also constitutes the Middle Eastern countries, Middle Asian countries, that of which I am very willing to say to open up.
Cool. Any more POIs?
Any more right to reply?
Yeah, right to reply. Any more from the voting procedures?
Yes.
Second.
Third.
Any objections?
Any objections?
Cool.
Any objections?
Bruh. Okay. Bruh.
Why? Germany. Denmark, if you have an exception, please make a speech.
Can Denmark justify?
Can Denmark justify its position?
Well, we have
That's the case. The floor move into voting procedures and staff please secure the doors and suspend all vote classes.
All those in favor of voting for this amendment?
Please raise your placards high. This
Delegates, please raise your placards high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you fucking read it once?
Also no abstentions. So
No abstentions.
The floor.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14.
Majority.
Majority has been achieved. So there's.
no.
Wait,
no. Just remember.
Motion was serious procedure for this one.
I meant like
What is
resolution. Second, any objections?
Any objections?
As a wrestle on a whole.
As a vessel as a whole.
Okay, but I don't think
Any objections?
We strongly encourage objections.
Objection.
No,
No.
against
No.
yes. Delegate of Italy. You have Sorry?
Objective and amendment.
No, they're calling for like voting for the whole resolution.
No, yeah, they objected, so it's fine.
No, the amendment's
Delegate
passed
of
already.
South Sudan has been recognized.
It's already amended.
Everyone's gonna vote against
Hey, okay, cool.
We sincerely encourage objections as this will be very boring without objections. Delegate, you have 1 minute. Delegate, you have 1 minute. You may start.
This whole resolution proposes a solution to put in re-education camps in each of our countries that are affected by the child soldier problem. But they never specify who these volunteers are. They never validate the authenticity and the qualifications of these people. So what the delegate is seeing here is that they're not only infringing on our sovereignty, because they have never requested our permission to put re-education camps in our countries. And they're also putting in volunteers to help our children who are in their very vital stages of development. So this delegate would strongly recommend that you all vote for this resolution. Vote against this resolution.
Thank you, delegate. Is the delegate open to any POIs?
Any POIs?
Yeah.
Okay, and so two max.
Two max
Delegate
delegates of
Italy and
Italy and Iran.
Iran.
You've been recognized in that order. Delegate of Italy.
Does delegates think that?
Play a personal favor.
Then I'd like to be like.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
delegate of DRC, please. In that order.
Him first.
Yes.
Okay, does this delegate think that the allowance of conscription of children into military programs, it outweighs the benefits that the program will bring to rehabilitate them? Because in this resolution, we're not just trying to punish those who have child abuse, but we're also trying to rehabilitate and help the children have a better life.
According to this delegate's knowledge, your rehabilitation is taking place in the education camps through the Crusade Initiative, which sends volunteers who have no qualification, who do not have any specified qualifications. So if you're going to infect our children with whatever these volunteers have to offer, the delegate would probably prefer for them to suffer and die in warlike conditions than to be infected into degenerative, useless, and erratic members of society.
Delegate of DRC. Do you
DRC.
have any follow-ups?
Cool, granted.
If you see in clause 5, it says that the education programs are run jointly by the WHO and UNICEF. So could I please ask this delegate to state his opinion on that? The volunteers or the people who go and visit these children are not qualified.
Although the delegate does recognize that and has fallen back on his point, the delegate would also like to point out that these re-education camps are still in violation of the countries of these countries' sovereignty, and therefore is still against it.
Delegate of DRC.
Seeing the glorious success of these re-education camps in countries, say like the DPRK and China, do you think do you still think that re-education camps are a step forward into resolving this issue?
This delegate believes that unless re-education camps are allowed to exist and are equipped with the right treatment and services to these victims, then yeah, if it works, then it should be there.
Thank you.
Any follow-ups? No. How does that delegate wish to yield?
Yield.
No.
To the chair.
Thank you.
Motion to consider the voting.
Wait,
Seconds.
wait. The floor is now once open to any motions on the table.
On the
floor.
Consider the voting procedures for the resolution as a whole.
Any objections? Cool. Voting.
Admin staff, please.
Motion to
No, there's a here. It's okay.
Second.
Wait, hold on. We're waiting for Iran. He went to the toilet.
Iran wants to.
He's back.
Iran.
Oh my god.
Whoops.
Is he locked out?
And it means
Okay.
we're voting.
Motion to divide the house.
They vote if you divide that.
Your piece of argument.
Motion to pre-divide them. Okay, so in case any of you don't know, dividing the house. Oh yeah, dividing the house means you can't vote. You can't abstain.
You can't abstain. You must vote for or against. So yeah.
Delegates wishing to vote for this resolution, please raise your placards high.
I mean, it's an okay.
High. Wait, Cap. Wait. Joseph knows who. 12. Wait, minus 3.
Wait, is the house divided right now?
Oh yeah, it's ready to divide.
12 votes for,
Against.
against. That's just 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god.
With a result of 12 votes for and 8 votes against this resolution.
Let's go!
Yes! Clapping is in order.
No, I mean like even if I voted against appeal. Cool. So we have 30 minutes left for this.
No, we have to do the
I know 30. So we're gonna do the second resolution.
Yep.
This delegate would like a parliamentary inquiry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I counted 23 delegates.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
20 and 12.
Is there a motion for a revote?
Oh yeah, revote. Yeah, sure, revote.
Sure. Please note that all delegates cannot vote abstain.
Cannot say.
So like people who didn't raise their placards just now, raise them. Raise them.
Yeah, Rafael, hi.
Bruh, but I'm supposed to be.
Bruh, dude,
Go to Zia. But
But I'm supposed to. Okay.
it doesn't matter.
Delegate, go to Zia.
Yes, okay.
Also, please keep in mind that this goes against many countries in this room.
Yeah,
Because
that's
there are
true.
extreme measures against
Shut up, USA.
What's the paper?
Yeah, you go.
Colombia.
You cannot publish.